said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida State Seminoles offense comes onto the field first today. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season?
Snags it on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. He'll keep it himself. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll try the right side. Got a little space. Powers through. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Blue Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Houck. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about
nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, there he goes! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. The Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
no doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll mark the chains. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. He might want another play. To the air, it's St. Clair. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Handoff from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? And finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to...
Touchdown, Florida State! All that movie in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Bolden finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
To throw, it's Houck. The throw to the outside is complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Period will be a second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Finds his big tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Noles will hustle to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm. Too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Caught over the middle. It's Berry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this run.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets
all out of space. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but breaks into the open. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Running free. The 10. Touchdown, Duke. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run from the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller look at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go
turning it on! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Now on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Nowhere close on that. He got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Man. On the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Noles! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football up.
Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and rip. From the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. Cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Houck. Makes the catch. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Catch in the middle. It's Berry. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Andrews. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Game 2 is now 4th and goal.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Florida State.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Cricket.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
To the air, it's Howard. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll close the gap to 14. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Grab behind the line, it's Berry.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a 1st down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Wants to throw again. Using his feet to buy time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to... football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Under fire. The quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
In the red area, it's buried. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he... The pass, it's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Makes him talk to the hand. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Great job by the back on the option. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the a magic number for touchdowns?
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back to throw, it's Houck. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
The Noles are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And he got smacked just as he released. As it's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Forced out of the pocket. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. To the air, it's Howell. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. The inside. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Duke.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Now improvising. He turns it loose to the left. Wide open. He makes the catch. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Commenced. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you at every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but...
Hits the afterburners! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking for a man. It's Houck. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David,